Okay, so if you show me what you've got on your illustrated guide so far, and then if each person can kind of explain the part that you did, and then we can go through the rubric and give you some feedback. So show me what you've got. Yeah.
Okay, so for my part, I did writing onions burn your eyes, and then I have my little summary that I pretty much did on my Illustrator, and then a little thing that turned in, and then I have materials, and then I made this picture, and I thought I'd do like an over thing, like all fancy, it's kind of like a double on procedure and the chemical reaction.
That's perfect. That's good. So, good. So I'm noticing you've got the actual names of like the chemical name and the chemical formula, which is very good. That's already getting you into some of the higher ranges on your rubric. Is there an actual chemical reaction that takes place?
Yeah, there's two actually.
So one of the things that will bump you up under the 10 of the rubric says that the types of reactions that are identified. So types of reactions would be the things you've got written down there, like synthesis, decomposition reaction, single replacement reaction, double replacement reaction. That might require a tiny bit of extra research, but if you can at some point in there just drop that vocab, like this is an example of a double replacement reaction. I'm not sure what type it is.
Yeah, I don't know what type it is.
So you probably have to do a tiny, but that's like taking it from the 9 here to a 10. Okay, so show me your copy.
So this is like the chemical reaction where you add yeast to bread. That's my question. Material, bread.
Okay, that's just like the ingredients for the recipe.
And that's the chemical reaction. The only thing I changed is when I copy and pasted and I changed a couple of my words, and when I went back and tried to I had to fix what I was saying as PDF or something, so it didn't translate.
Okay, so maybe Caitlin, will you pop his up because the formatting here is hard to see. So we can work like this. Okay. Okay, so this is good that we've got, you've got sugar and then you've got the actual equation there. I would point out formatting-wise, look at the difference here. C6, H10, look at here.
I didn't know what it was supposed to be.
So an easy way of fixing that is just highlight that 6, and that's a subscript right now. So if we come back here and grab those and make those subscripts, then that's all going to match. Okay, so that's a pretty easy fix. Conclusion. Okay, I was wondering about this on yours as well. One of the things for the English side of this is that it talks about introduction, body, and conclusion. And that can be really loose because you've got, even if you've got like here what your question is, that can count as an introduction. In a conclusion, what we really want to see, talk about applications, like how you just showed what the chemical reaction is here. How do you fix it?
Yeah, like with mine, you can put like wear context and just stop it.
Right. And on this one, you might say like, so if you've got a bread recipe and you notice that it doesn't rise quite enough, it might be that the recipe needs a tiny bit more yeast, or that it rises too much and then caves in. It might be that the yeast is reacting too quickly, it's rising so fast and it's collapsing on itself as it makes too fast. So a quick little addition about how you could apply this and what you can do about it.
Okay.
The other thing that I'm not seeing is an actual chemical equation, like we're seeing up here where you've got this plus that equals this plus that. Okay, and that's sometimes there isn't an actual equation like that. Sometimes it's just that it reacts over right here that it releases the CO2.
Sorry.
You said the best you can, like the sugar and the things you can find to
the formulas. Good. Okay. I wonder about the question, if there's a chemical reaction when you add yeast to bread, then what will be the chemical reaction? It just kind of sounds repetitive. I wonder if a better question would be, because really what you're asking here, you're just wondering why does bread rise? Like when you make some bread dough, why does it puff up? What makes that happen? What is the chemical reaction taking place? Okay, so focus more on why does this happen?
So just kind of, because I kind of measure the way to go into if and then
Oh.
then I'm kind of.
Okay, good. So if and then, you would need that if it's a hypothesis. For a question, it doesn't work to me. Yeah. So that's good. That's a good clarification. Okay? Taylor, let's look at Taylor's.
About like the materials, the question, why it works, and like I did 3 different, so it's trying to and then I like observed all 3 of them, and then additional 3 of them, and kind of picture scrolling down.
Okay.
Then I had a conclusion on which one worked for this, and then I'll
Okay, good. So the thing that I'm not seeing right now that we've got to see right now, English-wise, you'd probably be in this range because I can see like you've got some introduction, you've got a body, and you've got a conclusion. It's great. The structure there is all there. You'd be in this range. For the science side, it'd probably be closer to this range because I don't see any chemical formulas or chemical equations. So like, and there's some easy places to add that. You've got acetic acid right here. Stick in the chemical formula for that. We don't have that one on the board, so you could quickly research that. So acetic acid, you can put the chemical formula for that right there. But see, if you look at this, then when mixed together, they create a salt. This is a perfect. I was just talking to you guys about that neither of yours seem to lend itself to putting an actual chemical equation on. Hers is perfect for that. So as a group, to have at least hers have the chemical equation in there, we really need to see that. Because in hers, you've got acetic acid and then limestone, it's calcium carbonate that's in there.
We did that one.
We did that one. So that one's another one that's easy to research and look up. So acetic acid plus calcium carbonate yields, you're right, that it's some kind of salt, and then I think it's also just some H2O and some carbon dioxide. So this one is perfect for right in here in your observation, explaining that why does this, or maybe Caitlin, on she needs to work on the content here, on the formatting. This section, we might need to find a way to make this section bigger, because why does this work? That seems like that's the place to have,
yeah.
That needs to be bigger because that's the place to have all of your chemical explanations.
That's true. Yeah, we can just push this one over, because this one that has a bunch of empty space right here.
Yep, good.
Same with this one.
So try to find a way to...
If you need help, like just pushing it over, you can just ask.
Yeah, so work with her on that, but does that make sense what you need to change there? And those 3 are the ones that we have right here, right? Okay. Does that, are we clear where you'd be on the rubric?